Today is day 3 of the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. Last night, Donald Trump's opponents from the primary spoke on stage. That included Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley. Her supporters could be critical in November. And tonight, we're going to hear from Vice Presidential candidate J.D. Vance, who will be taking center stage.
The timeline is becoming clearer for the attempt to assassinate Trump. New information shows how the gunman evaded security. Law enforcement officials say he came to the rally with a rangefinder similar to binoculars but used by shooters. It's not a weapon, so security let him through. Then, investigators say at some point he exited the secured area. They're not sure where he went, but they think he got a rifle from his car, climbed on an air conditioning unit, and got on a roof outside the perimeter.
President Biden is reportedly planning to endorse major changes to the Supreme Court, including term limits for justices and an enforceable ethics code. However, passing the amendment would be extremely difficult. It would require congressional approval and ratification by 38 states. Calls for an ethics code have been growing stronger since ethical alleged lapses involving several justices surfaced last year.
Shoppers are still spending. Retail sales in June didn't change compared to May, according to the Commerce Department. Experts had expected sales to slow down. Slower sales at gas stations and auto dealerships help weigh down the numbers.
Home equity is at a record high. However, most homeowners aren't necessarily able to liquefy the equity in their home, especially if they are not selling their house. Experts say to access that equity, homeowners should avoid a cash-out refinance and instead consider a home equity loan. It serves more like a credit card to draw money as needed, but experts warn against borrowing too much.
High school students are going to be seeing some big changes to the KSAT college entrance exam. Starting next spring, the test will be shorter, down from about 3 hours to 2, and the science section will be optional. The cost of taking the test will also be reduced. The CEO of the exam said the change will give students more time to answer each question and let them focus on their strengths and abilities.
Uber is making travel planning easier this summer. The company now allows users to search average fares and wait times in 10,000 cities worldwide. Uber says this new feature will help take the guesswork out of travel.
Streaming soared to new heights in June. Nielsen reports that streaming services accounted for over 40% of American TV viewing, the highest ever recorded. YouTube led the pack with nearly 10%, followed by Netflix at just over 8%.
So nobody won the Mega Millions drawing last night, sending the jackpot up to $251 million. According to the lottery, if someone wins the next drawing, they could walk away with a lump sum of $118.7 million after taxes. So far, 2 people have won the Mega Millions jackpot this year. The next drawing is on Friday night. And that's today's 9 at 9.